Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. And even though we don't even have the full release of Shrouded Fable in English, we do have English cards revealed for the set Stellar Crown. So this is of course the next major English set releasing in the West, and it is comprised of Stellar Miracle, but on top of that, it's also been revealed that these cards from Japan's Battle Academy decks are going to be in the set, which yeah is some bad news, to be honest. If you want an example of what a Battle Academy card looks like, this Greninja EX does 100 damage, and then you can flip a coin, and if heads, it does 100 more damage. Yeah. I seriously hope that these cards are removed from the set and they end up being promos, because I don't mind the fact that every card isn't super great, right? You know, we don't need a Charizard in every set, right? But the thing is, these cards are just so bland and boring. They're not adding anything to the set. You know, they're just taking up a rare slot at that point. So, yeah, it's a wee bit frustrating that we'll see these, new pre evolutions is always nice. But the fact that we're getting, stuff like this Lucario and this Greninja in the set is really disappointing. So, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. And we'll have a look at some of the other stuff in just a second. But we have a Melametal EX here, which is flip 2 coins, 100 damage for each heads, costs 4 energy. Like none of this stuff's ever going to see play in standard. So yeah, our set will be compromised of Japan's Stellar Miracle, whose main cards were revealed last night. I'm going to do a set review, probably upload that before or maybe shortly after this video goes up. The remaining Battle Academy cards, the Bulbasaur and Squirtle illustration rares, and Venusaur EX and Blastoise EX from the Venusaur and Charizard and Blastoise special deck EX set, and a few Japanese gym promos like Gorgankle, who's been a long time coming. I've said in like set reviews, I think, or like the top 10 cards for like the last 3 sets, the Gorgankle's coming out, and finally, Gorgankle is coming out in this set. But yeah, Gorgankle, for those of you who don't know, is kind of cool. I think it has like a healing effect on its attack. Oh yeah, it takes like 60 less damage and then can't be affected by special conditions or something like that anyway. But yeah, very, very tanky EX and should be quite fun to mess around with. New illustration rares for Squirtle and Bulbasaur are quite nice. New art rares, gives me an excuse to try out Venusaur finally online. But yeah, aside from that, these are quite nice, but it's just the fact that they're already playable and the other cards aren't. So yeah, not super optimistic about the filler that's going to be coming in this set. But one Pokemon EX has actually been cut from the set. It appears that Houndsdoom EX from Battle Academy and one Pokemon EX full art has also been removed from the set, though we don't know which one yet. If I remember correctly, this Houndsdoom was like actually kind of interesting. It did like 20 damage times another Pokemon you just got pile. I think it was like a essentially a more buffed up version of the other Houndstooms that we have. Either that or there's already been multiple Houndstone EX, but either way, it's a bit of a shame that one of the cooler looking Pokemon gets removed, of course, but it's just one of those things. And there's also like some new pack art, but we know this Pokemon basically. But yeah, there's no way we're actually getting bland EX cards from Battle Academy. I completely agree. It's very silly. Oh my god, we're finally getting Garganko like a year after Japan got it. Yeah, thank goodness. And oh great, Battle Academy cards. So yeah, it always sucks whenever we see a set with these useless filler. Like, I really don't understand why they can make, starter deck products for Japan, and then they're like, oh, we're just going to shove these in a main set in English. Like, why not just release them in a separate product in English? Like, why not do that as opposed to just shoving in a set to fill them out, basically? Like, what would be so wrong with just having a smaller set in English if it meant that we just have better pull rates, pretty much, and we just see better cards? Like, I'd rather just not have this stuff in the set, but still really cool that we get to see some of the more interesting cards, though. Like in, well, I was about to say English, that's definitely not English. Arbol Colossal, just a big tree, isn't it? Just the big tree A spec. I'll save that for the set review. Area Zero Under Depths. Yeah, this one looks really, really good. Great trainer. So it's nice that they revealed some of these, I guess, because it just means that if you want like better quality proxies or something, then you can go ahead and print these off if you want to test out decks over the summer. But yeah, this Joltik kind of broken, I guess, but 30 HP does mean that he's probably not going to survive much. But yeah, some interesting ones actually. This Gulpin's probably my favorite. Like, it's just swallowing a huge cake. It's great. It's a shame that the Swalot isn't super great. Wait, where's Swalot? I think he's here. Is he over here? Yeah. So this wallet, for those of you who don't know, just says if it has more energy attached to it than your opponent's active Pokemon, then it does 160 more damage. It's like 170 for one energy, like isn't terrible if your opponent has zero energy, but at the same time, it's not really carrying anything. It's just a bit of fun. It's about to swallow a tire as well. Apparently, it's just very silly, very goofy cards. This Grimmsnarl is also kind of interesting. You can like pull a Pokemon up from your opponent's bench, but your opponent gets to choose. It does do 160 damage though for 2 colors, which is quite good, but at the same time, probably won't see that much play. Just some fun cards though. The Ibdimp has some great artwork. And I think that's about it, really. There's some other promos and stuff that are revealed, but I mean, Greninja EX, like, what is this? Like, haven't we already got a Greninja EX? I feel like we have. I feel like there's another, like, really, really bad one or something that does 100 damage and then 100 more if your opponent's active is already damaged. I swear we've got, like, 2 Greninja EXs on top of this one. But yeah, it's just such a bad card. It's a shame it's going to be in the set. But yeah, I don't want to drag this out any further. A bunch of new stuff revealed. How do you feel about Battle Academy stuff being in the set? Would you rather there was alternative products? I feel like it's a no-brainer question, really. But yeah, it's just a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you all in the set review. And yeah, thank you for watching.